Hello and welcome again to another interesting episode of the Viva Barca channel, the home of everything Barca. As in today's episode, we discuss on three important things. First and foremost, we start with the possible starting 11 of Laporta's new Barcelona. Secondly, we discuss on Antoine Griezmann's future. And lastly, we discuss on Sergio Ramos' shocking comments regarding Messi's potential transfer to Real Madrid. So as we progress, guys, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button below to always stay updated with the best update on FC Barcelona. Barcelona may have said farewell to the Champions League in the 2020-21, but the planning for a return to the tournament next season has already begun. And when you look at the possible starting 11 Joan Laporta could put together, it's worth asking whether it would be good enough to win that trophy again, Laporta has been on a whirlwind mission since winning the presidency to portray a message of hope and optimism that he is working to rebuild Barcelona just as he did in 2003. As part of this reconstruction, several names have already been linked to the club, and whilst a lot of that is pure speculation at this juncture, Laporta is desperate to produce a sporting project that is capable of winning in order to persuade Lionel Messi to stay with the club. So talking about the potential lineup, starting with the goalkeeper. With a contract set to run until 2025, Marc-Andre ter Stegen will remain as the first choice at his Camp Nou, with that position of very little if any concern at all for the president. For defenders, from right to left, we have Sergio Dest, who arrived in the summer of 2020 and is improving all the time. Gerard Piqué is vital to the club and is a cornerstone of the project, and it's likely he will have Ronald Araujo as his partner next season. Araujo has burst onto the scene this term and will only continue to grow. Eric Garcia is ready to return to the club in order to give stability to a defense that can't seem to rely on Lenglet, Umtiti or Mingueza. At left back, Jordi Alba has a contract until June 2024 and will remain as the first choice, despite some concerns about his performances. For the midfielders, Frankie de Jong is a guarantee for the future, as is Pedri. However, there is a possibility that Jorginho Wijnaldum arrive on a Bosman deal once his contract with Liverpool ends in June. Such renovation at the heart of midfield will increase the competition for places, with Sergio Busquets won't have the guaranteed place he has enjoyed for years. On the wings, Ousmane Dembele has become infinitely more important in the last 2 months and will likely keep his position on the right, while Ansu Fati will be on the left. Barcelona see Fati as their biggest jewel, and despite his injury, there is absolutely confidence in his talent. And for the forwards, Laporta wants Messi to be a fundamental pillar of his project, but he still has to convince him to stay, He will try to make an attractive offer to ensure Messi continues at the Camp Nou, and one such boost in that endeavor could come in the form of Sergio Aguero, a close friend of Messi. According to TRYC Radio, Aguero already has a formal offer from the Blaugrana to sign on Bosman terms in the summer. Another possible transfer is Memphis Depay at the express request of Coman, with his contract with Lyon also expiring in the summer. And not to forget, we also have to discuss on the bench, because this team needs depth. We need a good bench. So for the bench, Neto, Antoine Griezmann, Sergio Busquets, Trincao, Ricky Puig, Ajax Moriba, Milaren Pjanic, Martin Braithwaite, Samuel Umtiti, Gino Firpo, Felipe Coutinho, Mingueza, and Sergio Roberto will all likely be options. However, Barcelona will need to sell to raise funds this summer, so nobody on the rotation list can be guaranteed their continuity at the club. Now, going on to the next news, guys, Antoine Griezmann has an unclear future at the Camp Nou. His performances have not convinced anyone, It is yet to be seen if Barca will be really pricing one of his stars, and consequently, the Catalan club might be transferring one of their stars to another club. The recently elected presidential board of Barcelona has not even officially taken possession of their positions, and they already have, transcendent decisions to make. Antoine Griezmann's continuity at the club is one of the first. Barcelona's need for a number 9 striker might be putting the French player in a suitable position to get transferred to another club. His high salary and the transfer fee Barcelona paid to Atletico Madrid, that is 120 million euro, set everyone's expectations so far up that now, almost 2 years after the deal, it seems like he is yet to prove every euro that the club invested on him. The French attacker has not exceeded all the expectations placed in him when he signed for the Catalan club back in July 2019. Mateu Alemi, the future general director of the new board, will have to decide on whether to keep the 30-year-old attacker or not. Although Griezmann's stats are not bad at all, he has been far away from his top level that he used to play before coming to Barcelona. 12 goals and 11 assists in 38 games are not bad numbers, but they seem not to be good enough to convince most of the fans. As the club is pursuing the next star of the decade in Erling Haaland, the possibility of selling the French attacker to another club would soon start to become a reality. The Norwegian young star would only have a chance of landing at the Camp Nou if players like Griezmann, who gather most of the team's cap pays, are sold to another clubs. Antoine Griezmann arrived at Barcelona from Atletico de Madrid in July 2019 before spending 5 seasons with the Colchoneros. He started his career at Sociedad, a club in which he had played in all of his teams in the Basque team youth system. In the football world, even outside of La Liga, this summer's transfer window is highly anticipated, especially with both captains of Real Madrid and FC Barcelona effectively out of contract. They are two of the best clubs in the world, and to have both captains currently stuck with expiring contract is enough to have fans sitting on the edge of their seat. Barcelona captain Lionel Messi expressed his desire to leave the Camp Nou last summer and has so far been linked to other European giants like Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City. No one imagined a move to bitter rivals Real Madrid, but Sergio Ramos says he would not be opposed to that idea. In fact, if the Argentine decides to move to the capital, he would be 100% accepted by Ramos, assuming he would stay there himself. According to Metro, Ramos surprised fans during a recent Twitch interview by saying, "Would I accept Messi in Madrid? 100%, without doubt." Ramos also said, "I will be delighted to welcome Messi. I will make my house available to him for the first few weeks." Hilariously, he spoke about the bitter rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona and the many times he had to face the Argentine on the pitch over the years. "We had to suffer Leo in his best years, so the fact of not having to face him would be good. He would help us win and achieve more success. It would be silly to say otherwise." However, Ramos made it clear that while Messi is welcome to come to Madrid, he himself would never consider a move to FC Barcelona. "I will never play for Barcelona, not for 50 million euros nor for 70 million euro per year. There are some things that money can't buy. It's impossible," he said. The comments about inviting Messi to stay with him gave fans hope that Ramos still has his mind set on staying with the club beyond this season. He had previously rejected offers for an extension, but his recent injury may have softened his stance. After undergoing knee injury in the early February, he has yet to return to active competition despite having been spotted in training in this week. Having a serious injury has given Ramos less leverage if he wants to negotiate with other clubs who may potentially want his services. It remains to be seen if he will be able to finalize a deal with Florentino Perez in the coming months. Right now, he'll be focusing on all his energy into getting back on track on the pitch, in time for the club's match against Italian side Atalanta in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League last 16 tie next week. The match is scheduled to take place on Tuesday. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and please, to ensure you stay updated with every latest development in the world of Barca, make sure you click on the subscribe button below.